According to Shams Charania, Kawhi Leonard has been selected to the 2026 NBA All-Star Game, which is good news for Clipper fans in the sense that today has been very tumultuous with James Harden requesting to get traded from the Clippers. So I guess this helps make the day somewhat better if you're a Clippers fan, that at least you're getting represented in the All-Star Game in LA in the Intuit Dome, which is the Clippers' home court. So at least you got that going for you. Not much else. But going back to this announcement, Shams was saying that Kawhi was selected for this All-Star game because after the initial 24 All-Stars were selected, there was not enough USA players for this USA versus World format. They needed a total of 16 USA players for this to work, and that's why Kawhi has now been added. So they have 16 U.S. players to play in this USA versus World format, which I do think is pretty stupid. I just don't get it. The format of this thing, I just think is dumb. If I'm wrong about this, I will definitely eat crow, but I'm not a fan of this USA versus the world format. It's confusing. And in this scenario, you had to increase the size of all-stars in this game simply to make it work. So to me is ridiculous. But going back to Kawhi Leonard, he's having a great year, which isn't surprising. I've always nicknamed him part-time superstar because he only plays part of the season, and for the rest of the year, he usually takes it off. But when he does play, he is great. This year, he's averaging 27.6 points per game on 49% shooting overall from the field and 39% from three. And his defense has even been good. 2.1 steals per game. That's the second highest amount of steals per game he's been averaging ever in his career. The highest he's ever done was 2.3 back in the 2015 season. So that shows you how much Kawhi is playing hard on both ends of the court this year, that he's had to do it all just to bring the Clippers back to being a playoff contending team, which as NBA fans is a good thing. We want the Clippers to get back into the NBA playoffs simply because we don't want OKC to get their lottery pick. So Kawhi should be commended for this effort, for what he's bringing to the table with the Clippers this year. Even as someone who doesn't respect him as a Spurs fan, I can appreciate at least what he's doing right now, that he's been great. He's having a resurgence, and I think he's going to play out the whole entire year, simply because I think Kawhi knows what's at stake here, that if he doesn't show all out for the season, that Bomber could trade him. He knows that risk. So when Kawhi has like that motivation to play hard, he will play hard. It's like the same reason why he was big for Toronto, in the sense that he played through whatever injuries he had that year because he had to prove to people he still had it since he was a free agent. I think this is very similar in that regard, that Kawhi's basically proving himself to Bomber, like, hey, I don't want to be traded. I want to be in LA. I'm going to do whatever it takes to stay here. And so far it's working out. I would just like to see Kawhi after this season. Like, does he have the heart to play this hard when he's not under the pressure? He's not under the microscope of being threatened to get traded, or even in this current scandal he's been in with the Clippers, getting that illegal money underneath the table. I'm going to actually look up how long Kawhi is under contract. That should give me a good idea of what the deal is with this. Let me just do that. Just give me a minute or two to find it. Let's see. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard is under contract until 2027. So if you're a Clippers fan, you might get a motivated Kawhi for the next year and a half, including this season and next year, in the sense because Kawhi is an LA guy. He doesn't want to leave LA. So I think you might benefit for this season and next season, in the sense that he'll have a lot of motivation to play hard and not overdo his load management stuff, simply because he has to prove himself again for one last contract. The only problem is once he gets that next contract, you're not going to get this type of effort from Kawhi, which tends to be always the case when he has no pressure to perform. He definitely does overload management, as I would say. But credit to Kawhi for turning around the Clippers season. When the season started, they were at one point in time, I think 15 or 16 games below 500. Right now, they're only 3 games below 500, which I believe they're going to get over that 500 mark very soon. I could see them getting the 8 seed, but then again, we'll have to see about this Harden situation. But that's all I have to say about this.